It's time for part 2 of this Q&A. Today's questions are mostly about gear. Question number 1 is from Bruce. He says, I have a Yongnuo, I never say that word right, 565 EX speedlight, which feature-wise is close to Nikon Speedlight SB910. Reviews online only talk features, not compare actual flash results. Is the SB910 really a better choice for my D3 and D7200? I shoot sports and people events. It's not necessarily any better. Do you like the flash that you have? Because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I was always wary of third-party flashes, and then I used these Aperlight flashes for Nikon and Canon, and actually found that they got very good results. So if the flash that you have is meeting your needs, it's a good choice for you. Michael, I want to purchase a full-frame camera and am open to any brand. Currently, my only camera is a Nikon D7100. Any suggestions? Well, I have reviews of a few great full-frame bodies in the playlist above, but my response to you is to question why you want to move to full frame. I often hear generic answers to that question, like better low light performance. I just want to be more professional. Better photos? But going from a cropped sensor to a full frame body, it won't necessarily give you what you want. And sometimes you're actually losing things, like you'll most likely take a hit on number of frames per second, and full frame lenses can be more expensive than those optimized for cropped sensor bodies. So, Michael, my question to you is this. What specifically do you find lacking with your D7100? It may be that a new lens would better meet your needs, or scratch the itch for something new. Because I can't discount that, the simple desire for new gear. Sometimes the answer to my question is, well, I just want a new camera. I want it. I need it. Give me the new camera. And that's cool. Go for it. So anyway, Michael, shoot me an email. Let me know what your thoughts are, and I can help you figure out what might be good for you. On to a question from Miguel. Hello, in terms of handling, which digital cameras would you say are the closest to the old film cameras of the 80s? I suspect many people are hanging on to film because of the size of the cameras and the sheer fun of using them. Old cameras had a personality. Modern digicams seem to be just huge blobs of plastic. Canon is a big culprit in this respect, with the odd exception. Cheers and keep up the excellent work. I have used a few great digital cameras that have the same look and feel of older film cameras. I have used the Nikon DF and the Fujifilm X100T and have reviews for both. You can find the reviews in the playlist above. I thoroughly enjoyed using both of them. Enjoying using your gear is definitely an important piece of the puzzle. I certainly get better shots when I'm having a good time, enjoying myself, than if I'm struggling with gear that I don't particularly like using. Ken says, some Nikon lenses are made in Japan, some are made in China. Both are genuine Nikons. The China made are plastic, the Japan made are metal. Is one better than the other quality-wise or better optically? I don't concern myself with that. If I try it and I buy it and it works for me the way that I expect it to, I keep it. Marat has an age-old question. Nikon, Canon, plus and minus. Neither is better. They each have some great cameras and great lenses. Your specific needs and preferences would be what drives which brand, body, and lenses that would be best for you. Botello has 2 questions about lenses. The first is, good afternoon, SnapChick. What is the best lens? 70-300 VR f4.5 to 5.6G, that's a Nikon lens, or Tamron 70-300 f4 to f5.6 SPDI VCU-SD. Name brand or third party? I've not used either of the lenses that you mentioned for any length of time. I do, however, have a video where I talk about third-party lenses, my experience with them, some benefits and drawbacks. After you watch that video, one additional thing to consider is that the cost difference between those 2 lenses that you mentioned right now on Amazon is about $130. And when you're talking about investing hundreds or even thousands of dollars on a lens, $130 is a relatively small difference. Botello's second question is, I like to buy a wide-angle lens for my D3200. I've thought about buying a Tokina 11-16 f2.8 or Sigma 10-20 f3.5 or f4 to 5.6, or a Nikon 10-24 f3.5 to 4.5, but never knew what was the best lens for my camera. Could you tell me what is the best wide-angle lens for DX cameras? There's no one best lens. I can say that I've had my eye on the Nikon 10-24 DX lens for a while now. But again, take a look at my video about third-party lenses. Do the benefits outweigh the drawbacks for you? They may. That's all of them for this round of Q&A. Thank you all for your questions, and watch my Facebook page for the next call for questions for our next round of Q&A videos.